Hello everyone, this is JP and welcome to my channel. I have not made a video in a while, so I'm sorry for that. Life's been a bit hectic, but I am very excited because I am bringing you a bookshelf tour. Woo! So I don't know if you can see, obviously you can't see it, but the new bookshelf that Tobias has been building is ready and I am so excited. This looks so cool. Let me just move to the side so you can see how amazing is this. He built this all himself, so he's amazing. So yeah, I will go a bit through how I organize my books, and yeah, I think that's gonna be exciting. But first, let's just watch a very quick time lapse, which I think it's very funny when we put all of this together, or at least all of books in here. So let's do let's do that first. So now that you've seen this, let's just go very quickly through how I organized this because I think it was very fun to organize. And I think, as anyone who has a bookshelf, it's always so fun to see how you change and put around things. So, anyways, let's just get into it. So, these here are just some board games, and also Tobias got some of his like architecture textbooks and stuff here and here. So I wanted to see. I mean, this will be my background when I film. So I wanted to have most of the shelves up here visible so that you can see them in my videos. These ones down below will not be visible when I record. I am kind of recording a bit farther away so you can see everything, but this will not be visible. So that's where the board games are. I really like board games, so that's that. So let's just go one by one. So here I have all of my fiction from Mexico and Latin America. So all of these are in Spanish. Uh, so parentheses, because I know a lot of people talk about fiction in Spanish, or even like just translated fiction as a genre, which I think is very weird because there's obviously, I don't know, like crime novels and fantasy novels, and all of these genres exist in Spanish or in whatever language you can think about. So books in Spanish are not like a genre, or like translated fiction is not a genre. I don't know why. I feel like the book community here in booktube, most of them are English speakers, I guess, or native English speakers, and a lot of people see books from other countries as a genre, which I think is really weird. But anyways, these are my books from Mexico, very precious to me because I don't really find them here in Sweden, and it's yeah, a bit of a trouble to find, especially like contemporary authors that are like just being published in Mexico. So this is very precious. Here we have some books about nature. This was also, I mean, I will always be kind of sitting here, so you will not see this so much. So let's do science fiction. So these are all my kind of some of my favorite science fiction novels. Oops. And also the ones that have like very pretty covers. So we have Dune here, Cloud Cuckoo Land. But again, some of my favorite fiction that I've read in science fiction is here. Then we have, of course, Joe Abercrombie's The First Law. I am, as you're seeing this, I should be reading The Wisdom of Crowds. We'll see. So I'm in the final book, actually, of this 9-book series. Very, very exciting. I really like how these covers are like spines look, so I also wanted to have them here. Then we have fiction that deals a lot with like queer topics or the experience of being queer. Again, also queer novels are not a genre. I mean, I have like science fiction here, like contemporary horror, fantasy. So it's not like I see this like as its own genre, but rather, I don't know, books that have, I think, a special focus on the queer experience. I also like having kind of separate. So those are that. Then up here we have a bit more of science fiction, a lot of which I've gotten secondhand, because there's a science fiction, there's a science fiction, what's it called, like antique shop or like antique bookshop, which sells a lot of old, very, very old versions of books, but I've gotten also some new stuff. But anyways, here's a lot of like classical science fiction. So you have things like Asimov or I don't know, well, The Hitchhiker's Guide, I don't know if it's considered a classic, but Ray Bradbury, H.G. Wells. So a lot of those that I've gotten through the library, through this secondhand antique bookshop. Then we have a bit of a middle shelf combination of horror up here, but I don't read horror as much, so I don't have that many, and some fantasy that just I didn't find a place for them. Then up here we also have more like fantasy that fits into the same size, the Gentleman Bastard series, which I really love, and some books that I'm looking to read soon. The Dandelion Dynasty, and some books from Tolkien. And up here, I mean, you can see that these are kind of the pocketbook sized shelves. So we have some really, really old fantasy, also Malazan, Lord of the Rings, and some John Scalzi books. So this is just kind of like the pocketbook shelf. And then here in the middle, we have some things that I have from physics, also some comic book or like mangas, and just again a bit of a combination of everything. So anyways, this is basically it. I am super happy. I think this looks amazing. There's so much color, which I was very happy to bring to this kind of space, and I will be recording in front of this, so I think it's gonna make a fantastic background. So again, thank you, Tobias, so much for making this amazing, beautiful bookshelf. And I'm also very excited to start using like the small space that I have and fill them with books. It's also kind of fun because the bookshelf is quite deep, so in some places I could actually potentially use the other side of the bookshelf and put more books there. We'll see. It's also kind of nice to have like a physical limit of like how many books I can own. So I kind of have this mentality now that if I want to buy more secondhand books, for instance, because now I'm only buying secondhand books, but if I want something else, I need to get rid of something, or at least it needs to fit here. Like this is this space in my life for books. So if it doesn't fit here, it cannot come in here. So I think that's very good for prioritizing, like getting rid of things that I don't want to keep anymore. That's gonna be nice. So yeah, that's basically it. Again, very, very happy. Yeah, thank you for that. And this was a very short video, but I'm very, very excited. And again, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.